As part of his trip to Brazil for the expanded BRICS summit and bilateral activities, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh had working sessions with leaders of major Brazilian corporations on the morning of July 6th, local time, in Rio de Janeiro, with a view to expanding cooperation in aviation, biofuel production, agriculture, and food processing and distribution. At a working session with the JBS Group, one of the world's largest food processing corporations headquartered in Brazil, he praised the company for organizing the first shipment of Brazilian beef to Vietnam and expressed his support for its investment expansion plans. Fabio Maia de Oliveira, a leader of JBS, noted that the group has been active in the Southeast Asian country since 2021, operating 2 companies in frozen food distribution and leather production. JBS now aims to expand its investment in the country. The Vietnamese leader encouraged JBS to deepen its cooperation with local partners to bring its products closer to Vietnamese and regional consumers. He called on the corporation to help bring Vietnamese agricultural products to Brazil and global markets via its international network. At the working session with Prime Minister Chinh, Global Vice President of Embraer, José Serrador Neto, stated that the corporation, the 3rd largest commercial aircraft manufacturer in the world with over 8,000 aircraft produced, has supplied aircraft to Vietnam's Bamboo Airways and is currently in discussions with Vietnam Airlines and Vietjet to further expand cooperation with the Southeast Asian nation. Prime Minister Chinh called on the corporation to study and continue discussions with Vietnamese partners such as Vietnam Airlines, Vietjet, and Viettel to move towards concrete cooperation activities that bring practical benefits to both sides. He highlighted the importance of promoting the launching of direct flights between the 2 countries, developing an aerospace ecosystem in Vietnam, conducting technology research and transfer, establishing aircraft maintenance and human resources training centers in Vietnam to serve the corporation's partner and customer network in the ASEAN and Asia-Pacific regions. On the same morning, Prime Minister Chinh held a working session with leading officials of FS, a pioneering Brazilian enterprise specializing in ethanol production from corn and one of the leading producers of low-carbon biofuels in Latin America. Highly appreciating Vietnam's green development strategy, FS Executive Vice President Daniel Lopes proposed establishing a strategic partnership with Vietnam in the field of biofuels. Prime Minister Chinh expressed his hope that FS will expand its investment, business, and trade cooperation in Vietnam, as well as strengthen collaboration with local enterprises, including Petro Vietnam, to transfer technology and support local businesses in joining the global biofuel value chain. He also called for the Brazilian company's support in helping Vietnam access E10 gasoline at competitive international prices. Prime Minister Chinh also worked with leaders of Granja Fujikura, a high-tech agricultural farm in Brazil, which is part of Japan's Granja Fujikura network. William Shuhei Fujikura, director of Fujikura Quail Genetics, said the company conducted a field survey in Vietnam in 2025 and is planning a partnership with Trong Coi, one-member company limited, to develop quail farming in Vietnam and across Asia. The Vietnamese leader congratulated Granja Fujikura on its global business achievements and welcomed its planned collaboration with Trong Coi, one-member company limited, one of Vietnam's leading exporters of quail eggs. He expressed his desire to see more Brazilian enterprises, including Granja Fujikura, increase their investment and business cooperation in Vietnam, capitalizing on the fruitful bilateral ties between the 2 countries.